Chris Williams here. You're feeling the pinch, the market's saturated, and coaching isn't enough to protect your family, your lifestyle, your home. The statistics show this. Companies are laser focused on ROI right now. And if you're just running ceremonies, your rate of pay is going to keep dropping. I invite you to discover how to propose experiments that move real metrics with our tested $17 Business Outcomes Partner Playbook. Stop offering value and start delivering meaningful results that leadership can actually see. Secure your future now. Links are in the show notes below. If it's going to change, it's up to you. And it's always been up to you. That's this week on the Badass Agile podcast.
Greetings, team. Welcome to the Badass Agile podcast. I'm your host, Chris Williams.
Hey friend, greetings. Good to see you. Thank you for listening. I can see your numbers out there. Welcome back, Netherlands. I noticed some of you are starting to listen again. It's been a while, and I have such a great history and relationship with folks from the Netherlands. I'm happy to see you here. But wherever you are, all over the world, one thing is for sure. It's a time of great confusion, sorrow, anger, and fear. And guess what? That shapes the market. So how do you react to that? Because I know many of you are tired and scared and sad and frustrated. Let me share with you some inspiration and some strategy that'll get you right back on track. But first, let's take a moment to remember why we're here. To create an elite tribe of leaders who truly serve their clients and communities by doing what matters and what works, relentlessly chasing value and excellence like a badass. There's so many resources out there about what you need to do to be agile, but we're focused on who you need to become in order to lead teams. So let's hammer down those fundamentals to create a truly unique and powerful force in this industry. If this episode helps you, inspires you, do me one favor, share it with your friends. It's a weird world we're living in. If you're watching the news in 2026, there's an awful lot of uncertainty out there, a lot of fear, and fear drives a certain kind of behavior that, put it to you this way, it ain't moving us forward. As a society, this isn't our finest hour. Everything we do is affected by the climate around us. The world at the moment feels like the intersection of a lack of strength, lack of virtue, lack of vision, and lack of certainty. And that's hard, as I've discussed in many episodes, because we feel like we don't matter anymore. We feel like what we do, what we've learned, what we teach, what we offer isn't useful. Nobody wants it. And hey, it sucks to feel unwanted. All this skill, all this talent, all this passion, all this care and concern that you have, that you try to bring to the market, that you hope makes the world of work better, that makes the economy better, that makes people happier, feels like, no thanks. We don't need you anymore. And don't feel ashamed. That's a natural human instinct. We want to matter. We want to know that the work we do has meaning, has impact, and we want to know that we're always growing and stretching, and that the people around us appreciate and love what we do and who we are. Well, you have more power than you think. What happens next in our industry is up to you. But you need vision, discipline, focus, grit, and a thirst for mastery. Without those things, we're just sitting around wishing we were better, or that the industry will change and someone will come to save us. We're waiting for something. We're waiting for permission. We're waiting for certainty. We're waiting for a leader to create the change so that we can follow and get pulled in by gravity to the vacuum created by a true visionary. But that true visionary ain't coming. We're just bemoaning the state of Agile. We're bemoaning the state of the world of work. We complain, we're sad, because we're not valued and venerated the way we used to be. We're not celebrated. We're being told, a developer can do your job. We're being told, coaching was kind of useless, pointless, valueless. So we just kick back and say, okay, well, what job could I do then? Well, when we approach the market with that attitude, guess what they're going to say? Not much. I mean, here's a broom and $1.50 an hour. You want to do that? And we're like, yeah, sure. Folks, it's on us to be better. Of any industry I've ever observed or worked in, I've never seen more opportunity to deliver change, to make the world of work better, to make the people around us better, than in our little Agile community. I think what we do is miraculous. If it's not obvious, I love what I do. I always have. I love our community. I love the people in it. I love all of the different attitudes and opinions, even though sometimes I may be critical of some of them. And I know you feel the same way. But if a visionary isn't coming, if no one's creating the new job title that we can suddenly snap into, well, what is it exactly that we're supposed to do? What can little old me expect to pull off? There are millions of practitioners worldwide. Who's organizing them? Who's inspiring them? Who's paving the way for them? Well, that's just the point. Nobody. But it should be and it could be us. You, me. It's especially bad right now. Because in this world, no matter whether you sit on the left or the right, we're being told to shut up and keep quiet. Doesn't matter which side you sit on, you're wrong. That silences leaders. At a time when we need leaders the most. We're terrified to say what we feel, to try something new. We don't want to tempt the environment, first of all. We're terrified of losing our jobs. So let's not rock the boat. But also, we're afraid of what happens if we're not wrong. Deep down, we all have that core fear that what we say doesn't matter. And that's being reinforced right now, by the way. We also have that imposter syndrome, like who am I to lead the change? I'm not one of the Agile founders. Well, so what? Who cares? This is almost like open source technology. It's yours to use however you wish. Yeah, give credit to the people who invented it, to all of those who came before and paved the way 25 years ago, 10 years ago. But it's a new time, it's a new age, and nothing is changing, nothing is moving. We seem content to lean back and go, whatever. Well, look, I understand that not everyone is destined to lead. Some people aren't ready, some people will never want to occupy that role. But I don't know, it feels like Agile people are change leaders by definition. So for those of you who feel the call, who wish things were different, but are tired of waiting for someone else to make them different, tired of waiting for someone else to spark and lead the change, well, there is no certainty. No one's going to hold the door open for you and say, we've been waiting for you, come on in. You have to seize that certainty. You are that certainty. You might hear that and think, no, I'm not. I'm here to tell you, someone has to. Someone's got to be. Why not you and me? 2026 is the year that you move. Let this be the season where everything you've learned, everything you've done informs the change. We're all thinking and feeling the same thing, but we're not talking about the next step forward. We're talking about little changes. Yeah, let's remove one of the ceremonies out of the 5, and that'll make this more agreeable somehow. That isn't enough. This requires really, really big, bold moves. For example, it might require that in order to solve the ominous problem that causes 85% of Agile failure, lack of leadership support and leadership understanding, you might have to be the person who creates the model for how to get executive attention and explain it to them in a way that garners their support and their investment. That alone would be a massive change that I don't see anybody addressing. But now you say, well, who am I to speak to those people? I can't knock on doors. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to craft that presentation. I don't speak their language. I talk to other Agile people. I talk to developers and techies. Well, if you want change, you're going to have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. One of my favorite sayings is that discomfort with discomfort is the number one reason why nothing moves. It's why nothing moves in your life, in your relationships, in your personal development. It's why nothing moves in terms of your career or your physical body. And it's why nothing moves in large enterprise, especially because large enterprises are designed for inertia. You got 100,000 people where you work. We got to make sure that no one misses the script. If you got 99,999 super high performers who get it and know exactly what to do and do it, but one person who doesn't, it can sink the whole boat. So large organizations are focused on the problems of scale, not the benefits of scale. So yeah, you're going to have to do things that are uncomfortable, that have never been done before. You have to be the certainty if you expect to lead monumental change that gets us out of the gutter and back where we belong. Not just passion, not just virtues, but vision, discipline, focus, grit, resilience, anti-fragility, and an unquenchable thirst for mastery are required. Now look, if you see yourself as that leader but don't know how to lean into the unknown, to leap forward and play full out, It is time for you to clear the most important blocker you will ever face, yourself. Ask me about the Forge and Forge Lightning. You can find me at contact@badassagile.com or in the show notes below. It is your time, my friends. Let's get after it and see what happens in 2026. Are you in? This is a movement. Make no mistake. And I want you on board. You can reach out at the coordinates in the show notes below. You can find my products at learning.fusechamber.com. I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, my friend, stay badass.